first-time users.
This is the update to the 1100D. It's a sub $500, around 350 quid DSLR, ideal for people who want to get into photography.
And because you're a first-time DSLR user, you might need somebody to help you with your DSLR. That's where the new EOS Companion comes in, available on the Apple App Store and Android in certain countries.
The EOS Companion app is designed for first-time users to familiarise themselves with the 1200D functions and also give tips on how to use those functions. Who needs real photography smart-ass friends? At least there's no chance of it being a snob.
For this review, I've purposely not studied any information about the camera, and I'm going to use this guide, and only this guide. Oh look, you've got basic. It tells you it's got some basic buttons. Play button, flash button, shutter button, basic button. Okay, let's get on to the intermediate buttons. Red dot. Is that even a button? Where's the red dot? That's why it's intermediate, because I can't find it. The menu button. Don't get too crazy when you're shooting. You don't need to set up time and day and, you know, things like LCD brightness. It's too intermediate.
Well, the app does make it easy to understand the workings of your new camera, but there really isn't much to the camera anyway. It's quite a basic layout.
The key thing about this camera is that it's lightweight. There's not many buttons to it, so it's easy to use. It's robust enough. It's made from a plastic that just doesn't break apart easy. I would know because I've tried to break quite a few of them. In terms of features, it's got all you really need. It's got a poppy-uppy flash. It's got a screen. How many pixels does it have? Okay, it's not that important then. All you need to know is it's got a screen. It doesn't tilt or flip, so you can't do selfies. Not very good ones, poorly composed ones. And one annoying thing for some people will be that it's got the SD card in the same compartment as the battery. There's no touch screen, so it makes fiddling with the menus fiddly at first if you're a complete beginner. But to be honest, things are made relatively simple with the fact that it's got a guide for everything. The great thing is, this guide sounds like I've been paid to say this. It sounds like an advert. Here we are. Get inspired by our photo challenges. This sounds fun. Do you need some inspiration? Yes, I do. See, there's two cards here, topic and approach. Let's start. This is fun. Oh, flower. So the topic is flower. Approach, child's eye view. Take a photo from a low angle. Why does it have to be child? Midgets too. Don't discriminate. Of course, one thing you might want to bear in mind is that this doesn't have a tilty flippy screen, so if you want to get low down, you have to get low down too, unless you use a timer. Okay, that's shit. But thankfully we have live view.
The screen is a 3-inch 460K item. They've certainly gone cheap with this.
One problem with it is that the focusing is a little bit slow. Well, you can't knock the 1200D as a camera. It does what it's supposed to do. It's not going to be the best camera, but of course this is your first camera, so it doesn't matter. $50 for Seaman. Not sure if I want that. And this has got 18 megapixels, which is more than enough. Image quality is nice. Digic 4 processor, which doesn't mean much apart from the fact that Canon's still got some Digital 4 processors left in the parts bin. Leftovers from the other cameras that are now phased out. Oh, it's accidentally flipped to another challenge. Topic mountain. Take a photo from a high viewpoint or from above. So I've got to find a mountain and get above it. There's a slight gradient here. This is as close to a mountain as we're going to get. It's the only way we're going to do it. I'll stand on this to make it a little bit higher as well.
It doesn't have a very fast burst rate, 3 FPS, so not ideal for action stuff, and perhaps not that ideal for throwing around either.
I didn't predict that. Okay. That's one good thing about light cameras, is that it doesn't break that easy. Look at that, it's still working. That was good. Done. Oh, okay, topic water, child's eye view. I can see a pattern here. Water, child's eye view. With this companion, it actually tells you how to use things like TV and AV. Here we are, freeze the action.
Naturally, when one is shooting at a seaside town, one looks to a bottle of water when it comes to photographing water. The 1200D has a maximum shutter speed of 4 thousandths of a second, pretty standard stuff. That is the first and last time I ask for fist action from a guy.
Food, fast. So that's food. Fast food done fast. There you go. So you have the 50 FPS in a 720 mode, so you can do slightly slow-mo, not really proper slow-mo. But at least you've got full 1080p recording now. And of course they leave some things out because of the basic model. They don't want to make it as good as a 5D, as good as the more expensive ones. It doesn't have mic input. Video, you can still have the manual audio level adjustments, but then you've got the crap mic. It's a basic camera, a basic DSLR. It's still incredibly useful for intermediate shooting.
Pleasing thing is really just how decent it is at stuff that you'd expect it to be decent at. Focusing.
There will come a time when you're using this camera and you don't need the companion anymore because you can please yourself.
It performs alright in a low light with good enough stuff up to ISO 3200, even ISO 6400. Above that and you start to lose it in the shadows. However, there's one really big but. Mammoth sized but. It's not something that your Canon biased companion will tell you either. Although the 1200D is an update to the entry level line, and it is decent enough for what it is. For around the same price, you can have a DSLR that has a newer processor, 1 FPS faster burst, better screen, all in a nicer, smaller and lighter body than 1200D. And that camera is, oddly enough, also a Canon. It was nice knowing you, EOS companion, but a 100D seems like the far better choice for your money.